Hola, estudiantes. In this chapter, we're going to learn about the preterite verbs. Preterite verbs are actions that occur in the past. In the present, you would say a phrase such as, today I run, hoy yo corro. In the preterite, or in the past, you would say, yesterday I ran, or ayer yo corrí. Formation of the preterite. The formation of the preterite is very simple and similar to the way we've been conjugating verbs in the present. You would just take off the AR, ER, or IR from the infinitive of the verb, and then you would add the appropriate endings. There's a list of endings for AR verbs, and then there is a list of verbs for ER, IR verbs. The endings for the AR verbs are E with an accent, pronounced E, aste, o, amos, aste, and aron. So if we take the verb hablar, notice that it is yo hablé, tú hablaste, usted, él or ella habló, nosotros hablamos, vosotros hablasteis, ustedes, ellos, ellas hablaron. Please pay attention that the yo form, hablé, has an accent on the E, and the usted, él, and ella form, habló, has an accent on the O. If you said hable instead of hablé, it would mean something completely different. For ER and IR verbs, we have the same endings. We have I with an accent, I, iste, yo, imos, iste, and hieron. So if we take the verb comer, to eat, it would be yo comí, tú comiste, usted, él, ella comió, nosotros comimos, vosotros comisteis, ellos, ellas, and ustedes comieron. Irregulars in the preterite. There are fewer irregulars in the preterite than in the present. There are basically three types of preterites, irregulars. The first are yo irregular preterites. The second is the preterite of the verb ir, which happens to be the same as the verb ser. And the last is something called stem irregulars. All verbs that end in CAR, GAR, and ZAR have an irregular form of the yo in the preterite. This is done for sounds. Buscar, which is a CAR, changes the C to QU before adding the E. So it becomes yo busqué. GARs, like pagar, changes the G to GU before adding the E with the accent for yo pagué. Empezar changes the Z to C before adding the E for yo empecé. So here we are. We can see empezar. And notice it says that Z changes to a C, empecé. But then these are only irregular in the yo, so it changes back again to tú empezaste, usted, él, ella empezó, nosotros empezamos, vosotros empezasteis, and ustedes, ellos, and ellas empezaron. Ir and ser is another irregular. Notice that the preterite of ir is fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuistes, fueron. So since that would be the word to go, if I said yo fui a la tienda, that would mean I went to the store, as opposed to yo voy a la tienda, I am going to the store. There's something called an irregular stem in the preterite. There's a list of verbs that have irregular stems. All of these verbs have the same ending. It doesn't matter whether they are AR, ER, or IR verbs. These verbs include verbs such as estar, poder, poner, tener. Estar, the new stem, is not est, but estuv. For that is not pod, but pud. Poner is pus, tener is tuv. So that would be estuve, pude, puse, tuve. So here are the endings that they have for these irregular stems. It's E, no accent, iste, O, imos, istes, and hierro. Notice that none of them have an accent. When I use it, there are three more on the list that have other irregularities. That's hacer, which becomes is, decir, which becomes dij, and traer, which becomes traj. Now they have the same one. So the hice, hiciste, hizo, hicimos, hicistes, hicieron, but they have one more irregularity to each one of these. Notice that hacer, in the usted, el, ella form, that C changes to a Z. If you remember, that's because O would be ico, not iso. So that changes from a C to a Z. Decir and traer both have J's. And when they put the J in it for dije, dijiste, dijo, that J, in the ustedes, ellos, and ellas form, it drops the I. So it's not dijeron, but just dijeron. It's not trajeron, but just trajeron. And that ends the irregular preterites.